Here we go. Another day with the moon out in the daytime. You guys can see that. It's right above the roof of this house here. Right? That white dot right here. The tip of my finger there. Alright? But again, you can't really see it, can you? Like I tell people, here's the sun right here. Now ask yourselves, why is the sun not giving the moon its light? And I'm gonna post these other videos, right? I'm gonna post these other videos where they were chemtrailing. And I had mentioned in one of these previous videos, one of the videos I did before this one, how I said that, you know, the moon is transparent when it's out in the daytime. As you see right up there, right? Wish I could get a better shot of it, but again, let's just ride a little bit and try and get as close as we can to where I can get a pretty good shot of this, right? Because again, people are like, oh, well, the sun reflects the moon's light, or the moon reflects the sun, you know, the moon reflects the sunlight. Well, the moon and the sun are out at the same time. Why is it not giving the moon its light, right? Because the moon has its own light. The greater light to rule the day, that's your sun. And the lesser light to rule the night. And when we hit this corner, I'm going to show you the lesser light. Right there. Your moon. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, it's above the roofs here. Okay, so you're going to see exactly what we're talking about. Us flat earthers being so crazy. It's the ball earthers that can't explain this one, because you guys believe that the moon is giving the sun its light, or the sun is giving the moon its light. I don't know why I keep saying it backwards, but you guys think that that thing right there is lighting up that thing over there, right? The moon has its own light. The light is designed for the night. Genesis chapter 1, 14 to 18, go read it. Right? Why don't you ask the scientists as well, why is it, if the moon supposedly reflects the sunlight, then why isn't the moon lit up right now? Because the sun is out and it's shining on the moon, right? It's out in daytime. And as I made a statement before, that the moon is transparent, and this is why they chemtrail, right? Because when you got all that, look, here you go right here. Just speaking of it, right? Here you go right here. Because see, they don't want you to see that the moon is out. Here's a chemtrail plane going right here, right? So again, you know, love documenting this stuff, because at the end of the day, if I don't, you know, people will say I'm crazy, right? But there they go, and look at where they're going. They're going toward the moon, right? Because they like, oh, the moon's out, everybody can see it. Although nobody really looks up, right? They know the flat earthers see it though. They're like, cover it up before all the people in the world see it, right? Before they see that thing sitting there, and then it blows our lies out the water, that the sun gives the moon its light when it doesn't, right? Let's stop right here. Let's see if I can pick this moon up right here. Let's see if we can do it right here. Right, this looks like actually, oh man, I tell you, I hate riding down these streets. These streets are so nasty. Gosh. Like, out of all places, you guys take a crap, you take it on the sidewalk. But anyway, glad I ain't run none of that over. But again, you know, for anybody that want to visit Oakland, like I was telling one of my good friends on Facebook, you know, he said, hey, I want to come to Oakland and visit. if I stop through there going towards Southern California, and I told him, I said, hey, you're gonna have to watch where you step out here, because it's a really crappy place, if you catch my drift. But anyway, it's not the point of this live. Look at this little squirrel. It's not the point of this live. And when we get to this park here, you're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about dealing with the moon. Okay? You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. And no one's still not gonna answer the question, you know? And then even if I do post the truth that the earth is flat, you know, you got all these ball earth believers that won't even like the truth when it's shown to them, because, you know, hey, no one likes the correction. No one likes to be told that they've been lied to. Instead of taking the correction and saying, hey, you know, everything I learned in school was a lie. Maybe I need to read my Bible and start all over with God's words, because he did create it. Yes, he did. No, people's pride and ego. Don't tell me I've been lied to all my life. Don't tell me that. Don't you dare tell me that. All my school and all my knowledge that I think I have is 100% wrong. No, that pride and ego keeps people blind to the truth. But hey, let some people tell it. You know, the school is telling you exactly 100% the truth. Well, let me show you something that the school ain't telling you. And let me show you something that most people ain't looking at, as they're gonna be chemtrailing the crap out of the sky. And here we go. Here's a perfect shot right here. This is one of the best shots I probably could get of the moon. Right there above the tree line. Transparent in the daytime. You can't see it because it's not designed for the day. That's why you can't see it. So question yourselves, the sun is out. Why is it not giving the moon its light? What's up with that? Are you just still gonna parrot the same trash lies that you learned in school and say, oh, I'm smart because I can parrot a lie and I can go run to all these other liars that will never show you, you know, the calculations for calculating the curvature of the earth. No. Instead, they're gonna say, hey, you go outside and you see the ISS flying up there. It proves that the earth's a ball. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. You mean to tell just because I see an airplane flying in the sky doesn't mean the earth is a ball, right? And just likewise, you know, like Neil deGrasse Tyson said, you know, he told you absolutely the truth, but he had to word it in ways that you wouldn't even know that he's telling you the truth. He makes it seem like it's all science and all that, right? All science-based, right? It's not. Because they can't even answer the question of why the moon doesn't give it, why is the sun not giving the moon its light in the daytime? This is the daytime. The sun and the moon are directly above, the same height, the same size, but for some odd reason, in the daytime, when the sun is closer to the moon than it is at night, why isn't it not giving the moon its light? Why is that? Why is it that when I read the book of Enoch, it talks exactly about what this moon here is doing in the daytime with the sun out? But again, you know, let the scholars tell you, you're not supposed to use the Bible to prove how God created his earth. No, science could tell you better. Well, again, ask your scientists, since you believe in them so much, and see if they give you a straight answer. Why does the sun not give the moon its light in the daytime? Because indeed, if the moon is reflecting the sunlight, then that should be the case right now. We should see that moon lit up. We should see two lights in the sky, right? We should see two of them. But you don't. You only see one and the other one is dim, right? You could barely even see the moon in the sky, right? I didn't know that rocks can turn transparent, right? I didn't know that. But you'll get somebody that'll come up with another dumb, bogus claim, another lie, and everybody's gonna gobble it up because they're not biblically grounded. They're scientifically grounded. When science can't even explain half the stuff that goes on in our world. Sure, they can tell you how plants grow and how they germinate and all that garbage. But when it comes to the things that are above you, they can't tell you that, right? Can't tell you that. If the earth were a ball, it would be a lot more smaller, right? If he stretches something out, it spans out. When you span something out, just put it like this. When you spread something out, are you spreading it out in the ball? Like say for instance, if you spread a deck of cards out on your table, does that prove that your table's a ball because it's spread it out? You know, it just doesn't make sense, you know. Then you know the definition of a line. You know the definition of a horizon. You know that horizontal means a straight line, right? That's where you get your word horizon from. Horizontal, horizon, right? But again, straight lines curve in the ball, right? It doesn't make sense, okay? That just goes to show how brain dead people are. Because instead of think for themselves, they use the thoughts of other people, use other people's brain. They don't say, hey, I see a discrepancy in what I've learned in school. It's time for me to do some deep investigation. But no, it's always better to stick to the lie because, you know, you don't have to do too much work to figure anything out. All you gotta do is pair the lie and whoop-de-doo, you won your Oscar. You won your golden first place medal. Your little golden star that you got in preschool. Because you're still preschool. When it comes to the Bible, you ain't even left kindergarten. You know, you're still in kindergarten. Right? So explain to me, how's the moon reflecting the sunlight if in the daytime it's not lit up? Shalom.